Yet another unedited masterpiece over here in this channel. Today we're gonna do a reading, so this is gonna be another Un Lugar to Process. I think I need to explain that either way, what that means in the beginning of every one of these. I don't claim to know your future, though I do feel like we somehow find a way to connect with things that connect with us. So there's something here for you if you find it. It's basically just a message and a reading, and it's just a place to process whatever it is you feel like processing. And it's in English and Spanish because sometimes I speak in Spanish. I'm a bit nervous, but let's start. It's drizzling a little bit. Okay. I wrote something this morning after a meditation I had. Dear younger self, stay where you're loved and admired, even if that place isn't recognized by the masses. Popular. You're better off loved than envied. In my meditation, I was reunited with some friends from childhood. And I cried. It was deep. I wanted an answer. I brought her. I wanted an answer on what kind of job to choose. Because there's an obvious answer to that. And I do want to choose something that's stable and that it gives me... It doesn't come with drama, you know? But for that, I need to stop choosing the drama and allow myself to choose something that's a little bit more boring and stable, maybe. And it's not the boring part of it or the stable part of it that scares me. There's just something about this obvious job that I don't want. And I think I just had a shitty couple of days while I was at that job that I didn't want it, that made me not want it. But still, I want to listen to myself, but at the same time I want to do what's right for me, even if that feels uncomfortable at first. That's one of my main requirements for this new job, being comfortable. And I don't mean physically comfortable, though that would be nice, I guess, but also, like, no job is 100% physically comfortable. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about feeling comfortable somewhere. Just knowing that I don't want to leave. You know? Just knowing that that's where I want to stay and that it's something sustainable. That I can still study and work and meditate and exercise and go out sometimes and still work. And I was just wondering if this obvious job is this stable job. I think I'm just looking for excuses to say no now that I'm thinking about it, but because I don't want it. I just did it for a bit and I realized I don't want to do this. I really don't. But it doesn't make sense, and that's where what I wrote comes in, because it's a sort of job that it's the envied part, not the loved. And I'm trying to talk myself into it, like, you could enjoy it, but if nothing else comes along, I have to take it. I have to take it. I just don't know what else to do. I have a blank when it comes to work. And then today I allowed myself to think, because that way of thinking and feeling has helped me in the past a lot. Maybe you don't want it for a reason. And maybe you're at a blank right now for a reason. That sounds so stupid to me. It sounds so stupid. Feels like soothing myself, and not allowing myself to take the action that I must. But then, is there anything in this life that we really must do? It's what you want to do at the end of the day. You feel like you must do that. But I feel like, trust me, if you really didn't want to do it, you will simply walk away. You know what I mean? You might tell yourself, I really, really don't want to do this, but I'll do it anyway. Because it's what I have to do and it's what I need to do. Bullshit. You want to do it. You want the repercussions of that, whether you don't know what they're physically gonna be, energetically. And I'm not gonna go into explaining what energetically means, okay? Just get over yourself. Energetically, you want it. You're matching with that. You literally are like, I want whatever disaster is behind this decision, because I can't help myself but make it. I cannot walk away because it doesn't feel morally okay. It doesn't feel this or that. The morals at the end of the day are placed by you, because you break them whenever you fucking want to. And when you look at it from a really broad perspective, you will find something else. The world will keep on spinning. Your world will keep on spinning. So choose what you want to do. Gosh, sometimes it is that simple. I just do have external pressure to make this decision this certain way. But at the end of the day, the world will keep on spinning. I just that really seeped into my brain just now. You will find something else. I think I'm scared that there's nothing better. And I had a dream. Was it a dream or was it... no, it was during my meditation, which was a longer one. There's always this feeling, let's catch that for a second, of there's something better. There's something better. There's gotta be something better. And that's also the other side of the coin with this job. I'm expecting there to be something better, when this is already a big miracle. But why don't I want to do it? I think I don't want to go through the learning curve. And I also don't want to have this conversation right now, but I'm making myself have it. Don't want to have it. I want to have it. It just doesn't feel good. But I don't want to talk myself into it, but I'm gonna keep on doing it. Gosh. Okay. I'm hoping that there's something better on the other side. And I made that mistake before. And I've also made the opposite mistake of not believing that there's better on the other side and holding on to what I have for dear life. Maybe it's a mixture of both. Maybe I don't want to change. I want to keep my patterns when it comes to work. But at the same time, I believe there is better. I am confused. Maybe we should ask the cards about this. This was not planned. I just started a ramble longer for what I thought I was going to. And now we're gonna look for an answer. Maybe someone is watching this. Or a few people are watching. You're connecting to my story. and you're dying to know. What conclusions can we draw from these regular playing cards that have some message on them? What knowledge could you possibly bring out from this ever so mundane place? Oh my goodness. And is it even gonna be useful for me? Just loads of nonsense. I say just loads of nonsense. I call it. Okay. I just saw the moon in one of the cards. Have the protection card on the bottom. You want to protect yourself. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Be gentle with yourself. You also deserve to be loved. And we have Homa reversed, one of the Sephiroth, which is in my deck is about rest and oh my goodness. But this one is reversed. But I never take these cards reversed. Okay, so there is this want of wanting things to go a certain way, and it's not like you have an idea of how you want them to go. Like, I want this and this to happen. There's not rigidity. There's actually maybe what it feels like an excess of flexibility. Yeah, because it's not rigidity at all. It's not like I want this very specific thing and I want it to be this and I want it to be that. It's actually a lot of flexibility. Just being open and being so open. Maybe even you're being so hard on yourself, you think you're being too open. I'm getting chilly because I'm sitting on my coat. Whew. And you're tired of being too open because that has built things, but it has also gone into a lot of chaos. And you're a little bored of that. You want to be able to rely on yourself. Stop waiting for other people to build for you. You want to build for yourself. You were constantly waiting for this outside masculine energy. And if this is very specific, you were constantly waiting for a man to come save you. And as I've been reading Virginia Woolf, I realized that this is just like generational. This is truly generational. It's just what's normal. If you look out there, men are worried about their pockets and getting a wife, whether that looks like different ways, maybe just like having arm candy, but still. And women are out there looking for a husband every fucking day. They say they don't want commitment, but that's all they really want. They want to feel held and they want to feel taken care of. They're just looking for a damn husband. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. We're still exactly where we started. And my mothers did the same thing. They were expecting for a man to come give them some structure. And of course, the lesson I learned from looking at them is that they were always ever more capable than they were. And as they allowed the men in, because they treated men like babies, as they allowed the men in, it's like, yeah, you get to do this and that, and this and that, and I'll do the rest, okay? Because you're completely and utterly incapable of making me happy. I just want the idea, like I just want to feel like I have this man taking care of me, but they were always more capable than the men in their life. And as they allowed the men, like children, to make decisions, they just fucked things up. Well, maybe I'm being a little too hard, but the message I'm getting here is what you want to hear, but at the same time what you don't want to hear. And that is a pattern with me. But I'm just gonna tell you. Let's see what comes out. You're afraid of trusting the process because you're so fucking tired of not making decisions for yourself and expecting someone else to make them. So you're pushing yourself right now and telling yourself, You need to make a fucking decision. You need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. I'm not gonna wait around any longer. But you're also pushing when you don't need to. You don't really have to. Though this Homaka in reverse. And this is a protection card. I need some. I'm getting the same message over and over again. So this card called me. It says Tarzan on the back. Endlessness. I know it doesn't feel like it's relevant to listen to the wind right now. I know it doesn't feel relevant to listen to your heart. I know it doesn't feel relevant. That's a hard one to hear. It doesn't feel relevant to listen to your heart. I know. But you must. And how do you do that in a balanced way where that's something that you must learn? But like pushing yourself to make a decision that you don't want to make doesn't quite make sense, doesn't it? Your eyes are blocked from being able to see the truth because you're too worried of making the wrong decision. But if you weren't worried of making the wrong decision, what would you do? If you knew everything was gonna be okay, what would you do? If you knew you could get your way, what would you do? Just for shits and giggles, the job is not gonna go anywhere. You can't make that decision right now either way. So putting that to the freaking side and stop letting it veil you. What is it that you want to do? Because I know it's not YouTube, you want to leave that for fun. I know it's not Instagram because you want to leave that for fun. Do you want to be a virtual assistant again? I know. It doesn't seem like there's any out to that. But at one point you find a job. Remember that? Just wishing for it. And I'm not telling you, it's that this is where the blockage is. You're not allowing yourself to really see what it is you want because it feels like wishing on a star and you're so tired of wishing upon stars. The stars can go to fucking hell now. I get it. But if you would allow yourself to wish on a star for a moment, what would you do? What would you want to do, really? I have the same answer I always have, but it doesn't make sense. Just say it. Maybe it's not what you really want, but just say it. I think I want to be a virtual personal assistant. I think that's what I want to be. I want to work for a specific person or a team, but more like a specific person, and make her appointments, make her calls, send her emails, organize her stuff online, write the meeting notes, transcribe audio. That sounds so I forgot the word, but it's fine. Like that's what I want to do, just like admin for someone. Maybe, I don't really care their line of work. I just want to work with that specific person. And I want to enjoy them. We don't have to be best friends. But I just want to enjoy them, and I don't want it to be heavy for me. I want someone that doesn't want to do all that nitty gritty that they're doing every day and wants to delegate it to someone else. I'm thinking of 15 euros per hour and maybe like 4-5 hours a day. Stable pay, which is a mistake I made the other time. just stable income. Buenos dias. Stable income every month. I know I put my 4 hours, and if there's no work to do, I'm still on call in that time. And I wished for this before, and I got some, there's a word, perverted version of that. Yeah, I guess I could start just for shits and giggles, maybe later on today when I'm in the library. Making a CV for that and a cover letter, but like a good real one. Just leaving it done. Maybe. Yeah. That's what I want. And why do I want it? Because it's gonna be flexible. It will allow me to work either for a certain amount of hours or a certain amount of tasks, which is what would make more sense. Just to get paid for 4 hours a day, and then I divide those hours however much. As I said, it needs to be stable pay. I can't just be like, I'm logging in, I'm logging out, I'm logging in, I'm logging out. That doesn't work for me. You end up stressed out all the time for, am I doing enough time? Like, no. You send me the amount of tasks, you pay me for 4 hours, and if I do them in 2, it's my own damn business. If I do them in 6, it's my own damn business. That feels good, but I get stable pay. Otherwise, it's a freaking nightmare. I have done admin a lot, and then I took a long ass break. But I have done admin in a customer service way. Like, just worked. It's just what I did for a long time. A lot of admin. And for people, funny. I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Like, why do I want to do this? But yeah, I did it for specific people, of course, specific calls. Like, what do you need me to help you with? Maybe that left a, I don't want to call it a stain, but maybe that left a mark on me. Working on that for all those years. 2018 to 2021. Maybe it meant something to me. That I was good at that. And maybe I want to do that again, but not in a toxic way, because that customer service, like, on the phone, how's that called? Call centers are such a toxic environment. People say it. You like, I've heard this before, just people smoke there a lot, and you start a non-smoker and you end up being a smoker because it's stressful. Wow. You can, if you're still watching this, for some weird reason, you can stop now. I'm just gonna, like, literally ponder on camera. Just be like, it just feels good. Whoa, I feel good right now. I feel like I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Because I needed something rational. I'm just so tired of being an irrational being. I've been so irrational for so long because I needed that. I needed it, okay? I'm not shitting on myself. I needed to, like, let go of the status quo and do my own thing and fuck what people thought and be rational, because I need to step out of the patterns of other people and allow myself to think outside the box. And that required me to feel irrational for a while, but quite happy with my box right now. I'm building my own box and I like it. It's colorful. What I would like is to work for someone cool. That would be nice. but that's on the side. Something I've learned is that the actual manifestation can sometimes look a lot less glamorous than you want it to be. And I feel like the more you let go of these things, the better the manifestation is after. So, it could be like, I always look at it as a woman because I don't know, I get excited by women. It's like, yeah, I wanna support you, but it could be just a guy, like a stinky guy, and he could be nice, and I could just do whatever, do my thing, and it would still be cool. Yeah, whoa. It just makes so much sense why I couldn't get this out of my head for a long time. I worked as this 20 as with the person I was mentioning that I couldn't it, whatever. Just my experience as a personal assistant. I did that 2023. Yeah. 2023. Yeah. Maybe I don't want to be a teacher, an English teacher. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's not my calling. There's this thing that I was talking about with a friend the other day. Things don't have to be easy. It's not about that. And when I mean comfort, I don't mean feeling hugged all the time, even though that would be nice. What I mean is, let's say any challenge is a wall in front of you. And there are some walls that you cannot be fucked. You're like, I honestly could live the rest of my life with this up. I don't want to break this down. And some other people that really feel the call to break the wall but are not doing it themselves. I needed to hear that. Remember I said I had some outside pressure? Interesting. Some people that want to break that wall really bad, but they're scared to... They haven't gotten... I don't want to say scared. They haven't gotten to the point where they're picking up the hammer and breaking the wall. They look at you standing right in front of the wall, a few steps forward, and they're like, pick it up, you need to do this. You need to do this. Like, they know shit, okay? Everyone is their own universe. Don't fuck with me. And, sometimes you just need to turn around, I'm going on a tangent, and say, you fucking pick it up. You pick it up, you do it. I think you're the one who wants to do it. You don't want to do it, that's what I'm trying to say. But there are some walls that you're tired, you're in pain, you maybe even broke your fucking leg. But you pick up that hammer and you break the wall. Day in and day out, there's no life where you're gonna allow that wall to be still standing. And that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that thing, and I think being a virtual personal assistant is that thing where you find walls. I'm thinking of a time that I did that. And you keep on waking up and shattering a little bit more. Just breaking through a little bit more. And that's what I mean by comfort. I mean somewhere that you can you need to do this thing and you want to do it. And even the times that you don't want to do it, you just need to take a break. You just need to rest. And then you get back to it. Because there's no life where you're not going to do that. Like me with freaking YouTube. I'm not getting any freaking recognition from doing this. Not at all. I get a 1 view. Some of my older videos have like 3. I'm so famous. And maybe one of those views is me. And sometimes I like my own videos as well, because I'm like, oh, this is a banger, and I just have to like you know what I mean? But I keep on waking up and it's just like breaking through, and I'm not expecting anything from this. It would be so cool to have people in the comments be like, oh, I resonate with this, or thank you for this, or like, oh, where are you? I'm looking forward to the next video. What the fuck would that be? You know, like, that would be fucking crazy. That would be crazy. And at some point I like really wanted to be some sort of like spiritual coach or something. But now I just want to be a girl. Just a tangent. This is gonna be a long one, maybe. I have come to terms with my is the word mundanity a word? But I've come to terms with not being special. I am not special. I'm just yet another girl sitting on a bench. I'm yet another girl walking around. I'm just a normal fucking person. And I wanted to be special for so long. And I think that comes with the daddy issues. Totally does. And also the mommy issues of like feeling like every other girl is better than you are and you're not pretty enough or whatever. But I'm chilly, guys. I'm chilly. How cool would that be? That's what I'm trying to say. But I don't fucking care. I just keep on getting through the barriers, emotional and physical. And what if there is a job that I just feel exactly like that about? And I'm thinking that that's gonna be this personal assistant, because I can't call it customer service, even though there might be a customer service side to it. But you know, as I told you, I worked at it for years. So the first part of it was 2018 to 2021. No, sorry. It was 2018 to 2019, then to 2019, December 2019. And then the second wave that I did was 2020 to 2021. I worked at that place for a year. You know, I haven't been able to do that again properly. I haven't. I'm just understanding right now that that's something that I could do. Like I was willing to pick up the hammer and keep going, because it wasn't an easy job. I really need this validation. Okay, you can click off now if you want to. If you don't, well, think with me. Gosh, it wasn't easy. It was one of the hardest jobs on this planet. Like, on your mental health. Look it up. Call centers. And I kept on coming back. Why? That is so important for me to know, because I've been feeling like a fucking lazy bum. The lazy bum. Like, you don't want to do anything. You found the perfect job, and that's where what I read you comes in. You just want the perfect thing. You're just so special. You want the perfect thing. Goodness, I'm so mean to myself sometimes. But it's not that I want the perfect thing, even though I think the perfect thing does exist. It depends on your perspective on it. But that's not it. I just want something that motivates me. Something that if I don't want to do it, I just need to rest for a bit. And I have also understood, okay, it's not going to be a customer service job, and I mean like call center sort of vibe. And maybe like it's not going to be a barista or anything of that sort. Like, it's not it's not where I think I want to be. I'm not closing doors to anything, but that's not where I think I want to be. I wanted to say something, but now I'm just feeling something. I have no words for what I'm feeling. I'm just feeling it. Mm. Oh, that now I know it can be that sort of like mentally straining job where you just get, people being mean at you so much during the day. I didn't have the strength to deal with that, and I don't want to do that anymore. So that's why I'm thinking someone cool because I don't want to be hurt the whole day. But I think that just isn't normal, and I just normalize something that is fucked. And second, I know I can't work 8 hours. I need better pay, better hourly pay, just better pay overall, and less hours, so I can live off what I do in those less hours. And I know that isn't impossible. That time that I found that job like serendipitously, like someone just hired me out of fucking nowhere. Someone that I was house sitting for, just shows me that I can get paid what I want and what I feel I deserve. So yeah, I really needed this. I'm glad that I did this. I really needed this. Okay, I'm gonna go to the gym now because it's a pre-gym one. I'm getting cold. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I feel so silly saying it, but a virtual personal assistant. Maybe someone that needs someone to be bilingual. That would be cute. That will give me a little bit of an edge. I think I'm gonna title this. I'm gonna title it my application. No, I'm not gonna tell you. You'll see what you already know what the title is. But I wanna play with it later. I wanna do something funny with it. I'm feeling good. I think this was weighing on me a lot because right now I'm living with my ex, and that's hard. That's hard emotionally, and I want to feel like I'm capable of doing things on my own. I'm freaking chilly right now, and just feeling like I'm a lazy bum and like I'm not satisfied with anything. It's too much. Fuck, like, no, bro. That's not who I am. I am capable, you know? And just realizing this takes a mental load of knowing that I can do this, and I won't feel strong always, but I can do this. There's something out there for me. This is making me feel good. And I have some time before I need to find something. So, and I don't need to let someone else's pressure fucking get me. Honestly, I can just say no. I'm taking some time. F you. Well, I am freezing. I'm gonna go to the gym, and thank you for listening. And I hoped you understood something yourself. If someone other than myself is watching this, and that one viewer that I have, you can also comment something, but just comment something, if you want to. If there's something that you processed. Well, I need to go. Bye-bye.